Okay, so I've labelled up my A and my B value for this. All I'm going to do is the average rate of change formula, which is f of B take away f of A, all on B take A. Now in this case, this is going to be f of B is f of pi on 6, take away f of A, which is negative pi on 3, all over pi on 6, take negative pi on 3. Working down, we've got 2 sine 2 pi on 6, take 1, 2 sine, negative, or take 2 sine 2 negative pi on 3, take 1. So this is technically going to be that. Okay. Next step on this top row, I'm just going to make these slightly easier to work with. And this I'm just going to change to being pi on 6 plus 2 pi on 6. So my next row here, well, sine pi on 3, however you think about it, is root 3 on 2. So we've got 2 lots of root 3 on 2, take 1. Then we're taking away. Now we've got to think about this one. Negative 2 pi by 3, if I come to my thing here, I'm coming round to here technically. I'm in this quadrant, we know this is going to be negative, and it's going to be the same as this, but negative. So it's going to be the same as negative sine pi on 3, which would be 2 times negative root 3 on 2, take 1, all over, and this is technically pi on 2. Now this is just going to obviously give me root 3, take 1, take away negative root 3, take 1, all on pi on 2. Now when I actually, I'm going to just come over here, when I actually work this through, I'm going to see that I've got root 3, take 1, plus root 3, plus 1, all over pi on 2. So this is actually going to be 2 root 3. These 1s are going to cancel with each other over pi on 2. This 2 will technically jump up to the top of the fraction. So I've got 4 root 3 on pi as my answer. A nice chunky bit of algebra there, but hopefully, if you're careful, make it through that one. Talking of chunky algebra, average value. So this says we have 1 on b minus a, the integral between a and b of f of x. This is what will give us our average value. So in our case, this is 1 on pi take 6, pi on 6 take pi by 3, in between negative pi on 3, pi on 6. Our f of x is 2 sine 2x, take 1. Okay, so we've just got to solve this now. We've just got to work our way through it. This part from before, we know that pi on 6 take negative pi on 3. This is all going to come out to be 1 on pi on 2, which is going to turn into 2 on pi. So I can just kind of leave that over there. This thing, when I integrate it, I've just got to think slowly. This negative 1 is going to integrate to make an x, and it's going to be a negative x. This thing is going to integrate to make negative cos 2x. If you're unsure on why that is, have a look back through your integration notes, because that shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, now once we're into this, we're just crunching out some algebra. So 2 pi on 6, take pi on 6, and then we've got take negative cos 2, negative pi on 3, take negative pi on 3. And this is all being times by 2 on pi. So I can't forget that. I mean, my brackets, I could just be like, and throw that in, because otherwise I'm going to explode with these brackets. So this is just negative cos of pi on 3, take pi on 6. And this is just negative cos of negative 2 pi on 3 plus pi on 3. Again, still all being multiplied by 2 on pi. You might not want to do all of these steps, but you know, you might as well while you're working through it, just to make sure that you're getting the marks. Cos of pi on 3, this is just going to be a half, so we've got negative a half, take pi on 6 in this bracket, and my negative of cos negative 2 pi on 3, well, if I think about where's negative 2 pi on 3, cos is going to be negative, it's going to be the same as this. So we've got negative a half plus pi on 3, and then this is all being times by 2 on pi. So getting rid of these brackets now. So I've got negative a half, take pi on 6. Now this is 3 negatives in a row going on here. So actually it's going to become positive, and then it's going to become negative all over again. So I've got negative a half, and then take pi on 3. So these 2 negative halves are just going to make a negative 1. The negative pi on 6 and the negative pi on 3 is going to make negative pi by 2. And this is all being times by 2 on pi. So this is just going to make negative 2 on pi. And then 2 on pi times negative pi on 2, ironically, is going to make negative 1. And there's my answer.